Despite the prevalence of 4K gaming, majority of gamers still run 1080p. The emergence of 4K gaming as a technological standard has significantly altered the visual landscape of interactive entertainment. With ultra-high-definition displays delivering 4 times the resolution of traditional 1080p, the promise of crystal-clear visuals and immersive gameplay seems within reach. Yet, despite the marketing push and availability of 4K-capable hardware, a majority of gamers continue to play at 1080p. This raises compelling questions about the actual adoption of 4K in practice versus its theoretical appeal, and highlights the economic, practical, and psychological factors at play in the gaming ecosystem. One of the primary reasons for the continued dominance of 1080p among gamers is cost. Gaming at 4K requires more than just a 4K monitor. It demands high-end graphics cards, faster processors, more RAM, and often better cooling solutions. With top-tier GPUs like NVIDIA's RTX 4080 or AMD's RX 7900 XTX costing hundreds or even over $1,000, many gamers opt to stay at 1080p where mid-range or older hardware can still deliver excellent performance. For a large portion of the global gaming community, especially in developing regions, upgrading an entire system for 4K gaming is a financial leap that cannot be justified by resolution alone. Performance considerations also heavily influence resolution choices. Higher resolution means a greater strain on hardware, often resulting in lower frame rates. Competitive gamers, especially those playing fast-paced titles like Counter-Strike 2 or Valorant, prioritize frame rates and responsiveness over visual fidelity. These players frequently choose 1080p to maintain high frame rates, low input latency, and overall smoother gameplay. In this context, 4K becomes a luxury feature rather than a necessity, one that may even compromise competitive performance. Another significant factor is the existing infrastructure of monitors and displays. A substantial number of gamers still use monitors that support only 1080p or 1440p. While 4K monitors have become more affordable in recent years, their adoption has not caught up due to the prevalence of older displays that are still functional and reliable. Gamers are often reluctant to upgrade hardware that still serves its purpose well, and without a pressing need to switch to 4K, many continue to play in Full HD. Moreover, the gaming industry itself has not fully optimized for 4K. While many AAA titles support 4K resolution, smaller studios and indie developers often optimize their games for 1080p or 1440p. In addition, some 4K titles suffer from inconsistent optimization, with developers prioritizing graphical fidelity over stability. This leads to suboptimal experiences even on powerful rigs, reinforcing the preference for lower resolutions that provide consistent performance without compromising gameplay. The psychological component of gaming preferences also cannot be overlooked. For many players, the jump from 720p to 1080p felt transformative, but the shift from 1080p to 4K often lacks the same wow factor unless viewed on extremely large or high-end displays. The perceptual return on investment diminishes, making the higher resolution less compelling for those who play on average-sized monitors or sit at standard desk distances. As a result, the visual upgrade may not feel significant enough to merit the associated costs and trade-offs. Streaming platforms and content creation trends also contribute to the enduring dominance of 1080p. Many streamers and video creators target 1080p to ensure compatibility with a broader audience's internet speeds and device capabilities. Even platforms like YouTube and Twitch often compress 4K video, reducing the visible gains from higher resolution. As a result, gamers who consume or create content may see little benefit in pushing 4K, preferring the reliable performance and ease of handling that comes with 1080p. Additionally, game developers continue to consider 1080p the baseline for system requirements, ensuring the widest possible market reach. PC games often list 1080p at 60 frames per second as the target experience, not only because it's more achievable but also because it reflects the median player's hardware. Until this standard shifts across the board, players will gravitate toward what ensures the best balance between performance and compatibility. The console market reflects a similar trend. Although new consoles like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X boast 4K capabilities, many games on these platforms render at lower resolutions internally and use upscaling technologies like DLSS or FSR to reach 4K output. This reflects the industry's broader compromise, offering the appearance of 4K without requiring full native 4K performance. It underscores that while 4K is marketed as the goal, it is often not the reality for most users. Finally, the longevity and resilience of 1080p as a standard speaks to its adequacy. For over a decade, 1080p has served gamers well, providing clear visuals, manageable performance demands, and wide compatibility. It represents a sweet spot that balances quality and practicality, making it a default choice for many. Until the economic and technical barriers to 4K come down further, and until developers and players alike fully pivot toward it, 1080p is likely to remain the resolution of choice. In conclusion, the continued prevalence of 1080p gaming despite the rise of 4K technology is a multifaceted issue rooted in economic constraints, performance priorities, hardware accessibility, and perceptual psychology. While 4K represents the future, 1080p remains the present, a practical, cost-effective, and performance-friendly resolution that continues to serve the majority of gamers around the world.